Like, I think DS Tequila shut down because nobody was going there.
No,
and
Chicago gay bars
the
are
food
under attack.
business wasn't that great.
The lesbian bar dwindle is fascinating. But also, like, let's recognize the difference between the gays and the lesbians in this singular stance.
It's just good, right?
Continuing with that, Chicago gay bars are under attack. We've had DS Tequila shut down, which hosted some pretty cool events.
I mean, I appreciated the wings. Don't get me
food
wrong.
was good.
I went for the wings.
The food was not
but
good.
There was nobody ever in there, and just like converted.
Yeah, it had
But
good
the
vegetarian
whole
tacos, which is
situation.
very lesbian of them.
My problem with DS Tequila is that the margaritas that I wanted were really expensive.
They were like $16. That's like the normal price for a
It's
drink.
called a high
That's
octane.
that.
It was like a margarita and like Everclear. And
Yes.
you could only order 2 of them.
Gotcha.
I would always get 3 high octanes when I went. They just like they put
It's
that.
Everclear and margarita. It's a mess.
I went to school in Wisconsin.
I'm sorry.
That makes it so you're good on Everclear. Okay, that's water.
Yeah. Everclear.
Okay, so continuing on.
Oh my god, I'm dying!
We're talking about Splash the Bar in Chicago. Most of my friends can barely walk when they're in Splash by the end of it. If there was water on the ground as well, there's enough liquids on that ground. Yeah, so Splash was previously in a different location, but they had a shower in the center of it. So it was just water everywhere. Like, it is not, like, HIPAA is scared. They are like, most of my friends can barely walk when they're in Splash by the end of it. If there was water on the ground as well, there's enough liquids on that ground.
Are the bubbles still there? Did they stop the bubbles?
They haven't done the bubbles recently, but also, like, they always are like,
the machine broke.
Good.
Oh, because it was
was
dripping
dripping.
everywhere.
oh yeah.
Remember when the sacrifices that the Twinks made to protect
Literally,
others from
the one
soap?
person who just kept standing there that didn't realize that it was dripping on them, and everybody else just letting it happen because they were standing there and they were taking up like the spot.
They were like, I would like your hair to absorb.
Okay. So currently we're talking about Splash. We are all gay people in Chicago who go out fairly frequently. Justice, what is your favorite gay bar?
That's really hard.
Actually, hold on. Maybe we should go into. Do you want to do how we met, or do you want to go into just talking about gay bars? Because how we met will go into gay bars in your.
Talk about how we met, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So hi, Justice and I have been friends for about 4 years, and we know a fair bit about each other. And I just want Justice to tell the story based off of what he remembers
Oh,
of
I
how
don't remember much, honestly. I had the worst memory on the planet. Like, it's
you were pretty drunk. I remember it because it meant like a lot to me. But this is
Oh my god, stop. You can't No, stop. Cancel.
and this is before my journaling era.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I was going out in Chicago for the first time. Gay. So I was 21 years old. I was back studying abroad, and my family was getting ready to go to South Africa. I could not have just said a more like privileged statement.
Yeah, no, you sound like a terrible fucking human on that one.
From South Africa.
But I did study abroad in South Africa, so I equally
Did you?
am, you know,
No, it was like so cool. Like South Africa,
I love South Africa.
like it was so. Beautiful. Outside of like the crazy wealth inequality, poverty, and like all the
Outside of everything
problems.
that makes that culture,
Yeah.
it is so wonderful.
Oh, it was a beautiful. I loved it.
I hugged an ostrich.
They let you touch animals? I almost got attacked by a zebra when I was there. There was this herd of zebras on our reserve that we were at, and I was just walking around by myself, completely sober, because, you know, not that that's a problem, but like I was just out and there were like 50 zebras. So I just walked up to this giant herd of zebras and I was like, how close can I get to them? And it was, well, the answer, you shouldn't get close to them. Male zebras get pretty aggressive. And
I mean, they quite literally are known for herd mentality.
I got pretty close. But I was like, I'm going to die if I like keep doing this. So I stopped and I went back. I'm right here. I went back to see our family.
Well, because you look like easy prey.
Well, I feel like a zebra would easily defeat me.
I mean, yeah, the daddies and the zebras look at you the same way. They think that they can just take you easy.
What would a zebra be in the gay community?
I feel like they would have a very muscular ass.
Yeah. Too
Like-
much leg day?
Yes, like over leg day and like
Howard-
not actually doing anything on the top. It's like an issue. Like if your thighs are like the size of his waist and then like your arms are like standard, like bro.
What are you running from?
Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
Who said that?
I mean, it was like,
So as a gay man, what do you do with banana?
Give him a chance.
What does she use for
Pepe.
sex? What do they use for sex? What do you
correct
use?
his gender.
What do you use for sex? As a man,
Stop
this
insulting
one,
my food.
You see,
Same
they
part.
don't even want to talk about
Okay,
it.
let's hear
That's
from him.
someone
Let's
at
hear
your
I think that was one of the most inappropriate, terrible interviews I've ever seen. But the activist who did that and like stood up through all of the hour-long interrogation by that person who like didn't believe that they like had the right to exist, and that I give them so much credit for being able to go through all that. It made them a stronger person and it made their message, and like
Yeah. It added a lot of weight to the situation and it showed that they were confident in where they stood against.
lesbian, homosexual. How can I describe you?
I am Pepe Julian Onzima.
His claim is he's biologically fated to be a woman. Kakanichi.
An oppressor who also just like was not that bright.
Why don't you fight for heteros as well?
What do you mean?
Heterosexuals.
What do you mean? Fight for
Tachimanyi na
homosexuals.
chimanya.
Why
What do you
wouldn't
mean fighting for
for their
homosexuals?
rights? Yeah, for their rights.
They are so. I am a human rights defender.
What
I'm
is
not
that?
limited.
Sodome
I am not
defender.
limited.
You
I
are
am
an
not
activist for
BT.
LGBTI.
I am an
Lesbians,
activist.
gays,
Bisexual, abo bonna
transgender,
bagwagwa.
and intersexuals.
Ono yabakwatira
Let me tell
bendera.
you something.
Where's the H?
who thought he was like getting a new one on him the entire time. He was like, but banana. But where I'm not going to go into this anymore. But yeah, so Justice and I met. We can do whatever we want with that. But Justice and I met in college, and I was trying to go out. And before going to South Africa, I wanted to go out to a gay bar. I hadn't gone out by myself. I hadn't gone out before. And I'd only been going to straight bars with my friends. And so I was like, before I leave in the summer, I got to go out. And so I was like getting all my straight girlfriends, and I was like, hey, will you like go to a gay bar with me? And so for like multiple weeks, I was trying to go, and I was unsuccessful at being able to go, not because I didn't go, but because I couldn't get someone to go with me so that I could feel comfortable going. Yeah, that was like a really emotional like moment. I remember the girl like not texting me back at like 11:30, and she was like, "Oh, I'm tired," and it's like, okay, well, I leave for South Africa on Sunday, and it's Friday, so tomorrow's the last day if you still want to go. And she also did not go that night, but she committed to going. And I told myself, regardless of whether or not she ended up going, that I was going to end up going out. And so when she bailed, which I kind of expected her to bail, which, I mean, it fit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
she did.
she did. I was like, I'm going to go. So I got on the train and I went up to Boys Town for the first time. And I think I went to Scarlet, and it was just weird. And I like got
It's not Scarlet.
That was the first one I went to, so I had.
Yeah, like what are you, 18?
Yes, he was.
Literally, nothing made me feel more different than the other day when I was crossing the street and the girls were like, "Yeah, we start at Roscoe's and then we end our night at Scarlet," and I'm like, "God, this is a different time."
Those are different people.
Different people.
Also, the girlies
couldn't be
ending at
me
Scarlet. Scarlet is the closest thing to a lesbian bar we've got.
Now that DS Tequila's closed.
Well, DS Tequila, not in front of my ice cream.
Yeah, right. In front of my Hillary Clinton?
Not in front of my president.
That is not my.
That is not my job. Yeah, that was the catchphrase. That is not my job. You don't do it right.
Yeah.
That is not my job.
It's not.
Sicardi.
So, Curdy. He needs to go. I just wanted a milkshake. No.
But, like, yeah, like, the lesbian bar dwindle is fascinating. But also, like, let's recognize the difference between the gays and the lesbians in this singular stance.
She's good right there.
The,
You want to hold this so that I'm not.
the gay boys go out and then they end up in a relationship and they still go out and they club until they are 65 or geriatric. Where the lesbians meet one nice girl
And they U-Haul it up.
and they U-Haul it up and they move in together, and their idea of a nice Saturday afternoon is petting their 47 cats, their 2 dogs, and splitting a Miller Lite.
You know what's funny though? It's like the
Justice, we can't hear you.
the U-Haul thing. Like I was talking to my friend the other day, and she's like, they're aware it happens, and they still choose to do it. We support them. We love you all.
Yes, like I love it, but I was like, that is not the way that an establishment can exist under capitalism. Like,
You need to spend money there. If you
yeah,
want
like
your
you need to
spaces
spend money
exist.
if you want it to happen. And like the thing is, the quantity of shots being purchased by lesbians,
Do we want to?
the quantity of shots that I have purchased in the past month exceeds what most lesbians have purchased in the past year.
Is that why the cover for Berlin was always so high?
Because they let lesbians in?
No, the cover was so high because everybody wanted like healthcare when they worked for
Yeah, but
8
they weren't
hours.
providing that, and they were still charging the cover.
So
So
Berlin
I'm-
closed.
Also, we've had a big closures recently between DS Berlin. And then there was also that moment where Angelina's was closed.
Is it open again?
I think it's open again. They had too many.
Is Angelina's the bar or the like restaurant?
It's
That's
a
right.
Angelina Restauranti.
So
Yes, it is the restaurant.
Somebody was talking about that. Roaches.
It was roaches. That's why they closed.
Roaches.
Did you go there caring about the quality of the food?
No,
I
went there for the
didn't.
bottomless mimosa.
Exactly.
That was
So
really
what
it.
the fuck
But
were you
the
doing that was
restaurant
touching?
next to it, the Mexican restaurant next to it, it's like I think it's a building thing. I don't think it's anything like unique to that particular restaurant. I think that building is just like.
I think that they just wanted to ruin gay joy.
This is a restaurant.
I went to Angelina's
I mean, but
once,
it's a
and
gay
they, like,
restaurant.
We ordered our food, and then they came back like 10 minutes later, can you not order anything that needs to be cooked? I was like, what? Like the chef kind of just walked out. So like in the middle of brunch, the chef leaves. They ask us to order cold food, and we're trying to like.
You're like lox and bagel is like the only option that I can think of on that
I
menu.
couldn't even have just like a chicken Caesar salad. I had to just salad. Like I didn't go here for a salad. I mean, I'm not caring about the food quality.
Was this when I poured a drink on you?
No, different time.
So you've been to Angelina's more than once.
Yeah.
I caught you in a lie. You're not trustworthy.
I didn't say I'd never
I
done
don't
that.
believe anything that you have to say. You know, you said that you went there one time.
No, he was
Attacked.
This is like the.
And I watch too much Real Housewives, so
I
I'm
was gonna
jumping
say,
on it.
Did you watch the last episode of Beverly Hills with Denise Richards where she was so high?
Oh my god. When
That's what this is giving.
I mean, like.
Did you watch that?
Like-
Did you watch that?
what do you mean that I'm the drunkest
Oh.
person in the room?
No, she was so high.
Is that a joint over there?
She about to light.
It was a THC dinner, but like,
Yeah.
love her, love Denise.
I mean,
We're like, Denise is fucked up right now.
Dude, Denise Richards is dog.
This is
And I think I'm high.
That's a chef. Like,
That's a
that
chef.
was whoever edited that in like, deserves a raise.
Denise Richards is dog.
They literally got the chef like saying, "Dude, Denise Richards is fucked up right now."
So like,
And like she was married to Charlie Sheen, so like it's impressive for her. Yes.
I didn't know that.
She gave prostitutes Thanksgiving dinner.
What?
Multiple times because he would show up at the house with a prostitute on Thanksgiving and she would be like, I'll make her a plate.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, yeah, like, she'd be like, she can't come in the house, but I will like bring a plate out to her. Like, she's like, it's
In the
Thanksgiving.
pen.
And
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Charlie would just like show up fucked up with, and she was like, you can't do this in front of our kids. Like, that's why it was such a sloppy divorce. But so
Yeah.
like, Denise Richards being messy, for what her scale of understanding messy is, she's like, I'm pretty okay. Like,
winning.
I have never been as fucked up as Charlie Sheen has been, and that's one of my greatest regrets in life.
She said that.
No, that's what I said.
Oh,
No,
no.
Edward said that. This is a quote from Edward.
Yeah.
Say it again. So here's Edward's quote.
I have never been as fucked up as Charlie Sheen, and honestly, that is a deep regret of mine.
Cool. Well, continuing with that, Chicago gay bars are under attack. We've had DS Tequila shut down, which hosted some pretty cool events. I
think DS Tequila shut down because nobody was going there.
No,
and,
Chicago gay bars
the
are
food
under attack.
business wasn't that great. I mean, I appreciated the wings. Don't get me
food
wrong.
was good.
I
but
went for the wings.
The food was not
but
good.
There was nobody ever in there.
The food was not good at DS Tequila.
And
Like
if
their wings
anything,
on.
have the
Roscoe
vegetarian
should
tacos.
take-
I'm not a
take the
vegetarian.
opportunity
Of
and
course,
buy that
I-
space
Yeah.
and just like convert it.
Yeah, it had
Like,
good vegetarian
Berlin
tacos,
was a
which
whole
is very
situation.
lesbian of them.
My problem with DS Tequila is that the margaritas that I wanted were really expensive.
They were like $16. That's like the normal
They
price
had
for a
what's
drink.
called a high
That's
octane.
that.
It was like a margarita and like Everclear. And
Yes.
you could only order 2 of them if you
Yeah, you were capped off. Except I would always
Did they
get
like
3.
mark your wrist?
I don't know.
No,
For
I-
silver. No, like for the food, like
I,
Gotcha.
I would always get 3 high octanes when I went. They just like they put
It's
that.
Everclear and margarita. It's a mess.
I went to school in Wisconsin.
I'm sorry.
That makes it so you're good on Everclear. Okay, that's water.
Yeah. Everclear.
Okay, so continuing. We were there. This is how Edward and I met. So also, Justice and I both met Edward for the first time and didn't like him.
I liked you, Edward.
No closet left behind.